How are you, my babies? How are you out there in little monitor land? Is Chicago? Is not Chicago. Hello. How is it? We're talking. We're chatting already. The pregame has already gamed, and we are already live before we're alive. Uh-oh. Saskatoon is in the room. Let's check it with the magic duff bucket. I gotta get this going. We alive after death. That's Iron Maiden. This is soul coughing. Check it with the duff bucket. Is not Chicago. Happy Monday, Jason, Flash, Philip, Stephen Dwayne Ellison Jr., Hans, Mark, the gang, all the gang. The gang started out. It's Terrific is here. What's up, Yellow? How's it going? And then Ron, heck of a mail day. Receive Centipedes, Let's Go Play the Adams and Earthlings. Gothic, it is the same mail day I've had here as well. It's been one hell of a day. Hey, Mike. Hey, Philip Fracassi. I said hi to you, Pizza Giraffe, I believe. Number one's here. So I'm having a White Russian because I don't have a Rapture, so I use the Rapture glass. Anyone else see that Betts is giving away Tups? Yeah, they're selling them a lot. Hi, Russell. Good to see you. What are they giving them away for? It's like heavily reduced. What are they doing? I know that Bad Moon Books was selling a lot. Hello, David. How's it going, everybody? Producer Jill made it into one of my videos this week, into my unboxing video. And now she's afraid to walk past while I do my live because she's like, I don't know. So what are they giving them away for, the Stups? $49 for Butcher Boy. Damn. But was it Bats or was it Bad Moon? Was it Roy Robbins? I'm about to pour me a beverage. Well, Mitch, you got to tell me what's up, man. You got to tell me what's up. I need some juicy juice. Also read my copy of Let's Go Play at the Adams and anxiously awaiting for my Gothic to arrive. Well, Gothic was the top of the show today. It had to be. Thanks for joining us, Brandon. Hello, Jason McDonald. Good evening. So here's my Gothic. This is the Ark, of course. It's a joke. But this is the one I've read. And I have a new appreciation for the cover because this art doesn't appear anywhere in the hardcover, in the numbered edition. This art, the desk with the horns emerging does not appear anywhere in the hardcover. So I'm like, oh, that's even better. So, my greedy grubby, I was really happy to see that. What's up, Alex? Exorcist numbered for $6.99. That is a gimme. I don't know why anybody wouldn't get that unless people don't have $6.99 laying around anymore. Wow. Hello, Emilion. Isn't that the art on the limitation page? No, it is not. So here is my hardcover. Hey, everyone, from a fine sunny Tuesday lunchtime here in Melbourne. Why did I say it with an Irish accent, like an antiquated Irish accent, like I'm a leprechaun about to hide my gold? Melbourne. What the hell was that? Someone should clip that out and do a soundboard prank. Melbourne. Man, that's bad. I'm going to turn down the soul coughing. But so here it is. I got it. This is beautiful. As we all know, Philip Fracassi has the original art hanging on his wall, gifted to him from Paul Miller. Excellent people, man. Excellent people. So if you didn't get it yet, I got mine, and I'll show it to you. I do a whole unboxing, but This book is nice. Here is the book, the purple foil stamp. Beautiful. Huffing. Oh. So here is the signature page. So I noticed Hans shared a picture of his. He had a little added inscription, and so did I. So I have number 5. So there's the art, and it says, "Don't hate me." I just couldn't help. I saw that. I thought that was awesome. Don't hate me. So I got a little bit of a bonus. I got Philip Fracassi's signature. Now, I didn't know if Philip knew I was getting this or if you just did extra doodles and then instructed Paul Miller, or if Paul Miller randomized it. I don't know how it happened, but I am so glad I got that little bit of extra. No matter what, I am thrilled. Don't hate me. I like the guy coming up from the table, from the desk, talking. It's a great book. I was puzzled a little bit by this. So usually there's the half title page and then the title page. This is Gothic by Philip Fracassi, and the next page has Gothic by Philip Fracassi, but then the publisher's name there. So I don't know how it does. I did a handful of doodles, a handful of Tyson speaking, and a handful of purple. Paul randomized. That's awesome. That's awesome. Doodles, Tyson speaking. Oh, that is cool. That's cool. And a handful of purple. So yeah, I got the red Tyson. Yeah. Oh, you guys got to read it. You've got to read it. I'd imagine most of you won't be able to till February. But if you're getting the Gothic one, read it. Read it. It's an amazing, fun book. So I'm so happy. And of course, this will join Boys in the Valley in pristine, unread condition, because I had the Ark, the infamous Beach Boys. And wait. What are you just kidding about? Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr., $49 Butcher Boy. What? Just kidding. I don't know what you're just kidding about, but it is very cool. We are like grown-up kids, pleased by the smallest things in life, like doodles on our special books. It's true. But because otherwise, what is the point? What is the point? Survival? No, I think thrival. Art makes us human. Seriously. Otherwise, it's just like, all right, what do you got to do to survive? And food, clothing, shelter. No, art makes us beyond just survival. It's why life is worth living. The joy, the fun, sharing things with your kids, all that stuff is not just the spice of life, but the point of it, in my opinion. BC Jen, hello. How are you? I got a digital arc from NetGalley. Great book. Okay, that's cool. I got a notice from Zagava that my Don't Let Them Get You Down to ship. So did I. My Gothic has not yet arrived. So this is what it'll look like next to Boys in the Valley. And of course, we can all hope that Paul Michael Caine, one of the 5 Pauls of publishing, will do another slipcase. So we'll have I'd imagine, a black slipcase with the ligature down there. But that's just me. I'm not art directing, not art directing. But won't that be sweet? So these are my number 5s, man. My number 5s, Gothic and Boys in the Valley. Thrilled. Pleased as punch. And of course, I also have the chapbook, which is number 5. Requested it. Number 5. No shipping notice from Zagava. Yeah, that he said it. Jonas said, please be patient. He's a one-man show. And he's showing the one man what for by trying to ship out all of the books himself. So he's going to get it done this week. I'm hoping for Gothics in the mail by Wednesday. I'll be heading to Alabama Thursday morning. Oh, really? What will you be doing in Alabama, Tim? Are you going to perhaps see Bobby Mack? That's what I call Robert McCammon. We're like this. Oh, forget about it. Me and Bobby Mack? Ha! We used to have a podcast called Mac and Cheese. And I'd say cheesy jokes. And he would groan audibly. And then we'd have a laugh track on a soundboard where I'd say Melbourne. All this stuff is just now swimming in my head. Thrival, is that a word? It is now. It should be. We are not about survival. We are about thrival. I was surprised the Gothic cover was blacker than I expected. It was browner in the early digital versions I saw, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Yes, I do. I like it blacker too. And the boards, of course, are black. Man, I tell you, I don't want to handle the book. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to handle it. I want to get it in a slipcase ASAP. And I'd love it if that was made, so I could just put it in there. I have a place in Fort Payne, but I will be at the McCammon signing on Saturday too. So we got to get a photo, Tim. We got to get a photo. We got to. If we don't get a Jeff Word, It's Terrific collab this weekend, I will flip my lid. I didn't get an email, but the site says Zagava ship. Yeah, he's sending out the notices, so we'll see. We'll see. You should get it. I have faith. And he's sending it to my correct address. I was a little worried about that. I bought the book when I lived in a different state. Oh, man. I might recount all the horrors. Do you know you have bureaucrats living in your home right now, right this second? You have roommates you didn't even know about. And they get a say in what kind of cabinets you put up. It's crazy. I thought this bizarre shit only happened with homeowners associations, but no, you have a bureaucrat living in your home. I went and got my Tennessee driver's license today, and I'm driver's license official, but the guy that had a little bit of power, if you got people with a little bit of power, he wanted to deny it for me. He wanted to slap it down for whatever reason. I don't know. He did not want to do it. Transfer my information. And it's like these bureaucrats, they have a tiny little bit of power, and man, they're going to squeeze it for all it's worth. And they're going to just bring it down on you. It's goofy. Bureaucrats, man. Oh, anyway, perhaps Leonard Cohen's You Want It Darker should be the Goth. Oh, Leonard Cohen. He's better than Soul Coughing. Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. Oh, and then he's on the Natural Born Killer soundtrack. Epic. Same here, Jeff. I asked him if he had the new address, and he said yes. Yeah, I was terrified. So I sent him. He was quiet. Then I friended him on Facebook, and I messaged him. He was quiet. And then I finally got him. He said, yes, I got your new address. And then when I got the shipping notice, the first thing I did, I looked that up. And I'm like, oh, I was so relieved. And so, yeah, that's on the way too. That's an amazing read for many different reasons. Different than Gothic, but damn. Great book. Don't let them get you down. Some ideas for this mashup. Speed unboxing each other. Hey, we're going to be at a public signing with Bobby Mack. So it's not like we're going to be able to pull out knives there and unbox things in front of the crowd. I'm not going to bring the Dragon Lord. I could, because I have a sheath for it. I have a holster. I could strap it to my thigh. I could wear my cutoff jeans with the Dragon Lord strapped to my thigh with knee-high boots on. If you've seen my unboxing, my review for Boys in the Valley, where I'm photographed at the beach, you can see my legs. I'm built like a candy apple. Like I have a stick legs, and then round. It's my general. So me wearing cutoffs would be like watching that woman in White Christmas. Not George Clooney's aunt, the other one. You know what I mean? If you've seen the movie, my legs are just like that. Stricken. If you saw me with cutoffs on, you'd say that man is stricken with like consumption or something. He's stricken. But I'm ambulatory. You know, I guess there's that. Hello, Alexia. Lord Kane sent my slipcase to the wrong address. Oh, but I thought you said your family lives at your old address. Is it an entirely different address? That's not cool. That's not cool. I've received 0 of my forthcoming Fracassi releases, but I did head over to Adams next door. Oh, so we're going to do that? Are we going to do that now? Yes. I got this too. Shockingly, Let's Go Play at the Adams is not sold out. I thought this was going to be, it could just be a factor of hype. You know what? I'll pull it up right here. Let's Go Play at the Adams, $75. Not like unsigned thing or anything like that. Here it is. Badass. I'm terrified to read this. I might read this like when I read Girl Next Door. I never read that either, but this is that not a creepy cover? Wow. Ricketts. Yes, Ricketts. I was shocked. He sent me stuff at the new place a few times, but didn't get the slipcase. Eventually, I'll get it, but it'll be weeks. Ugh. Question. I ordered that last Eve. Yeah, I'm really excited to read it. Now, I mean, the premise sounds really, really brutal, and it was overly hyped because it was out of print and it was very expensive, and now supply has been increased, so the price demand will be, you know, I know you're not here for financial analogies, but it'll be cheaper, but is it worth the read? I've heard a lot of people, including the people on this channel, say, meh, it's all right. Question to Philip. Further to his recent Facebook post, where did he land with that 10,000 word with new art production? Oh, so we booklet, chapbook. Yeah. Jeff, they didn't send it here since I have change of address and it will end up at the post. Oh, I see. Okay. Four extra DJs from who? I'm a bit worried at the number of CP titles still expected before the year end. My wall is getting thin. Hoping Messiah is a bit cheaper than Dune was. So, yes, Messiah might be announced next week, but any guesses on what that other Centipede press title might be next week? I didn't like that, man. I bought Let's Go Play at the Adams. I'm like, I've got to cool it. And now he's saying that you're going to want to be on it next week. And he's been talking quite a bit about Stephen King lately with the top 10 Stephen Kings. And I don't know, man. And I thought Shelley Katz was Stephen King. I'm still trying to push that conspiracy theory. I don't know, man. Next Sunday might be a bonkers day for Centipede. Any guesses here? I take the Valancourt paperback edition, took some shine off the rarity of Adams. Yeah. Those who just wanted to read it had their itch scratched. Right. And the Gougers lost, which is nice. I like it when Gougers lose. The Club Dumas. I bought it too, Jeff. It's a decent book, just not the hype it got. Okay. That's good. Not really prepared at the moment for a spendy Dune edition, but like Suntop got to stay on that train if I want the entire series. It sounds like he said in the newsletter, it won't be available to the general public because whoever bought the signed Dune is now, on that train and they're committed to all those. So I don't know what'll happen if people bounce. Would like to ask, I'm writing a manga story, 6 volumes, and from volume 1 to 6, the span of 3 months is going to go by. Is that okay? Does it matter? Huh. I don't know about the passage of time. I don't know if that matters to anybody. Doesn't matter to me. It depends on the story. What happens in that 3 months? You could do you could do 6-volume manga that I don't know. My son reads manga. Hey, Ian. Maybe Ian will come over here. Tell Ian I need to talk to him about manga. Got a manga question. I got experts I got experts you don't even know about. They're all over the house. I'll call them in. I hope due to the holidays there's some slight delays baked in. Oh, don't we all? I think there's a log jam of supply. Demand is dwindling everywhere. I won't say plummeting, but man, demand has cooled. It's the holidays, it's inflation, it's economy, it's all that stuff. Everyone, don't forget to like this video. I was tricked into reading that. I hope, yes. Anyone else freezing up, losing audio, or is it just me? Is anybody else? Yeah, you'll be getting the email and you'll have to do it. You've committed. I mean, Jared is a nice guy. He asked those to commit to it. I'm glad I don't have to. It's TBH. Okay, cool. It's funny. I know Ian. Oh, you know Ian. Okay, I play video games with him. Okay. So, well, then Ian would be the better person to know. Are you playing Rust currently? He's playing Rust. My son shows me clips of him playing Rust. That's gold. It's gold. And I tell him all the time. He'll tell me about he raided somebody. He got the TC and then he got killed, but he went back and he snuck in through a window and he raided that person. He took all the loot. He tells me all this stuff. I'm like, did you clip it? Do you got a video? No. I want to see these. Some of them are hilarious. he got pulled into a Twitch stream. There was a Twitch streamer who my son killed in in the stream, and so he got pulled into that stream and he was called out as really a great gamer. So it was just fun. It was a lot of fun. Sometimes my son comes strutting out of his room and I know he's got murder in the background. He's walking away from multiple murders. He's raided many places. Dad, I went to cargo and I know all about it, man. I had to jump off my iPad to my phone. Oh, people are having a problem with the audio. Sorry, man. Both my video and audio are fine, sadly. I know. To see and hear, that's like cruel and unusual. Finally getting to my unsigned Burn Witch Burn. It sounds he's doing a reprint of that and The Man Who Fell to Earth. A friend of the channel here, Rob Walton, did the guest column. He's also an artist, did a lot of really cool drawings. So yeah, he's in the Centipede Press newsletter. So check that out. Go check that out. No problem on my PC. Yep, he's walking with 40 kills and loot worth more than 10 salaries on his back. He'll tell me things. He'll be like, Dad, I got 8 rolls of sulfur or something. I'm like, is that a lot? I don't know. My other son comes into me. I got a brick of a block of emerald from Minecraft. A block, 64. Okay. Does that translate into real world money? Fame? Can we do anything with that? No, but the satisfaction in their eyes and the bloodlust in their veins is all the payment this dad could hope for. Hoping Man Who Fell to Earth is not a super expensive book, but I'm not sure. For all I know, it could be in the same range as the Delaney titles, which will be rough back to back with Messiah. Is there a Centipede Press credit card? That's funny. I will say, though, there are titles that are just cooling their heels in Centipede Press purgatory. Alligator, the unsigned Alligator. Let's Go Play at the Adams for Por Ejemplo. You know, you didn't think I was going to be a bilingual night, but kind of is. Agreed. Johnson's very good, not great. I'd give the great label to Ketchum's version of the story, The Girl Next Door. I got to read that, but man, I don't have the Co Jones. It's cojones, but if you're aware, though, you might say Co Jones because that's how it's spelled. You're like, there's Jones and there's his partner, Co-Jones. Jones and cojones. I was a bit surprised by the ending, though. Okay, well, just shush, man. I don't want spoilers. Let's go play at the Adams. Adams. I will say I'm really loving the Centipede fun. I blame Jason, guys. Yeah. Apparently I'm talking one of your peeps, man, and he says he's writing a manga, and he wanted to know if volumes 1 through 3 took place over 3 months, would that be too much? Would like to ask. I'm writing a manga story, 6 volumes, and from volume 1 to 6, the span of 3 months is going to go by. Is that okay? Does it matter? No, it does.
It's okay.
It does not matter. It is okay.
As long as it's not over like 5 to 10 years.
As long as it's not over 5 to 10 years. What if you fast forward? What if you're like volume 1 and 2 is like the prelude, like the guy is a kid and he discovers that he craps eels. And then like you fast forward 20 years and those eels have grown into big, they're big things and only he can come back and fight them. It's the manga is called Butt Eels.
I don't think you'd be selling
butt eels. And then like they're growing big and they're tearing through the city and he shows up and they go, Daddy! Because he crapped them out, you know, Daddy! Yes, and they only say Daddy though. Daddy! You left us in toilet time. I don't know. This is the manga I would write called Butt Eels. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, but so if there's a span of time, the prelude, and then it goes crap seals. So that okay.
How do people watch you?
I don't know.
Disappointed.
I've really let Ian down. Still hoping the recent columns on Wolf might be a precursor to contracts. Well, I'm glad I was able to get official word on that. No spoilers, and CP did a nice job with the production. The boat sinks at the end. Balloon not eels. I remembered even though I'm late. Okay, thank you, Megan. Come back next week for more anti-parenting tips. Yes. How not to talk to your son. I think there's a lot of confusion about the terms manga, anime, and comic books. I'm not confused. What about that? It's going to get a body. I sculpted this with my daughter. She said, do a clown, Dad. And I did that. I am going to talk about that. Manga is like anime that doesn't move. That's how I see it. I did. Didn't we talk about that? I'm like, manga, if you have manga and anime, isn't it the same thing? Except now the anime moves, has sound, and a lot more butt heels. But the manga is like little stills. You know, comic books are different. Comic books are cool. A little more, a little more of a flash fiction type thing. I don't know. A lot of thinking goes into it. A lot of hard work. But manga feels more, I don't know, substantial, less heroes driven stuff and more story based instead of character based. I'm just winging it. Like I don't know. That's what I think. Did you guys see the poster for Cocaine Bear? Cocaine Bear? No. I would like to see that if somebody could put that on the Jeff Ward Facebook page. Cocaine Bear? I love it. As I understand it, manga is just Japanese for comic book. Interesting. But there are different things. You know, I mean, it's their version of a comic book, but I expect different things from comic books. I would say, here's what I think of manga more in Western civilization, more accurately compared to a graphic novel. Uh-oh. Am I getting communiques from people? Um, Cocaine Bear. I'm seeing an image of Cocaine Bear. Oh man, inspired by true events, Cocaine Bear, get in line, February 24th. That's gotta be epic. I'm gonna see that. Looks like it's a movie. So when BC Gen says there is making a manga, how is it a manga and not a comic book? Oh, okay. So I see you're saying all that. I think people associate some styles in manga as purely manga, but this is not true. I see. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, I would think, yes, it's a Japanese. I think it's Ray Liotta's last role. Ooh, that's dark. Um, wow, to go out with a cocaine bear and not even see the reaction. Cocaine bear. I mean, does that star Hunter Biden? Is that going to get me demonetized? Cocaine bear. Like if he grows a lot of hair, he's a bear, grows a beard. New poster for Knock at the Cabin 2. Yeah, I wonder what he's going to do. M. Night Shyamalan. He hasn't had a good twist since Sixth Sense. Although I didn't see Unbreakable or Glass or any of the superhero trilogy. So, but Signs? WTF on Signs. Seriously. And then I never saw The Village. Servant is pretty decent. Yeah, so I wonder what he's going to do with that, because the thing I loved about Cabin at the End of the World was the ambiguity. I don't like it when it's... Hate that they changed the title of the book to Knock at the Cabin. Yeah, it's I understand it's more visceral, more immediate. Cabin at the End of the World sounds like a resort. When you want to get away from it all, you stay at the cabin at the end of the world. But I liked it. There's a lot more to unpack. Knock at the Cabin. The Village was pretty good. Yeah, the deceit in that was... I liked Signs. No, you didn't, Hans. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I didn't see The Village, though. That might be good. I did hear the spoiler for that, but I guess it would have been better if I didn't, because that's kind of a twist you should experience one time. The Village was spoiled for me. I wish I could have seen it blind. Yeah, how can you love Signs, Tim? Split was really good. That's what I was thinking of. Unbreakable, and then wasn't there Glass, and then Split? I think the King ripped off Signs with his fairy tale twist. Amen. Amen, Philip. We said that. Yep. Marky Mark deserved an Oscar for the planeting swing away. You did. I don't see how anybody could like Signs. I liked it up until... I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Go see it. And your jaw drops. You're like, really? Really? I think my wife was an extra in Signs. We have half-drunk cans of caffeine-free Diet Coke all over the place. I don't know if caffeine-free Diet Coke would work. Yes, I like Signs. It had cute nods to Night of the Living Dead. Okay, sure. Oh, God, The Happening was so horribly awesome. I got to see that. It felt wrong not to swing. Water is a stupid problem on Earth. Old was cringe. Okay, so you are a race of beings that have mastered intergalactic travel. Did you not study the surface of the place you were going to for possible corrosives? And did you not wear suits or equipment that could protect you against possible corrosives? No. What did you do? Just blindly fly to another planet? What am I missing? I mean, it wasn't like they got a flat tire on Earth. No, they were doing signs. They were doing the crop circles here and here and here, and it's all over the place. They're basically sending a message. Then they show up totally unprepared for the thing that covers 75%, 70% of the planet. Oh, you didn't know it was here? And then you don't wear clothes? You could have put a rubber suit on. Oh, wait. Were they allergic to rubber? Or what are you just strict nudists? Is it your religion? Like, you must never wear clothes and must go to a place that will destroy you at the slightest drop. I'm sorry. And that might be the only rant I got. I don't know. I am a Shyamalan apologist. Shyamalan's worst had to be The Last Airbender. Oh, God, The Last Airbender. Oh, no. It's like humans finding a planet 80% covered in fire and going, that one. Or 80% covered in sulfuric acid. Yeah, that's the one. You know what? Gonna go naked. I'm going to go naked. I'm going to slide around. Oh, it also, sulfuric acid drips from the sky, so you got to watch the weather app. Did they have they had a weather app. No, guys. Hey, guys, seriously, we'll go there. We'll go to a farmhouse. There are a bunch of rubes. There's an anti-Semitic rube at that house with the Joker and a little girl. And seriously, they're not going to figure this out. Even though they're going to leave glasses of water all over the house, they're never going to figure out that we are severely allergic to water and it will kill us. They won't figure it out. But isn't that a risk? Why don't we just put on a raincoat? No. I quit M. Night so I can still love his first handful of films. It stars Kerry Russell, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Alden Eldridge, Matthew Rhys, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Christopher Christian. Oh, Cocaine Bear. Is that what you're talking about? Because you have Ray Liotta. Thankfully, you never saw that Bending Air movie. I think that's what we call irony. Water being deadly to aliens was a fun nod to War of the Worlds, but they got an infection, right? The common cold and the Day of the Triffids. Yes, no, I know, I understand, but that makes sense. Well, I didn't know about Day of the Triffids, but War of the Worlds, they caught a virus. I mean, that is something that happens when explorers are, way back in the day when new people would contact other people for the first time. They don't have immunities for the same things, and it can be devastating. That makes sense. Smallpox, things like that. But just water, like it's abundant. Like, didn't they have a sensor they could shoot at the world and go, oh, that's made up of water, hydrogen and oxygen. That will kill us dead. I forgive the aliens being weird, naked pervs allergic to water. Yes. So didn't the aliens have natural invisibility, which could only work when naked? Maybe. I guess. I don't know. I have to see the movie again. But I don't want to because it was absurd. How do we not know the naked aliens allergic to water were a slave warrior species and the true alien overlords are safe in the ship? Very good point. That is forgivable. So there must be a signs too where they just keep sending those people to Earth until all the water's gone. They used up all the water killing these slaves, and now we can take over the Earth because it's dry as hell. When there are many other dry as hell planets around. Except Europa. Don't go to Europa. I saw signs when I was in first grade. Okay, was that was last week, Mitch? Being wet while clothed is zero fun. Oh my God. Well, you've never been to a wet t-shirt contest. The Scary Movie parody of Signs was better than Signs. I like that. Trifids, not trifids. Trifids. Okay, trifids. Trifids. Maybe they don't know what water was. I mean, I would think that would go into the research. Charlie was in charge of research. He didn't put in here that this planet's going to kill us dead. Those aliens were too much of a hurry. The nerds were saying, hang on, and the rest were saying, shut up, we're going. I mean, that could be very true. The bean counters back on the planet, the pencil pushers were saying, dudes, guys, seriously, we have not analyzed all the stuff. We're out of here, man. Chug, chug. And they were like, road tripping. Let's get these clothes off, man. And then the clothes got caught in an airlock and it got shot out of the thing. So they were naked. They were laughing about, oh man, Harvey's going to have a laugh at this. We head back to HQ. We're naked on another planet. Oh my gosh, this is just like spring break. And then they throw water on them and they melt like the Wicked Witch. Yeah, I don't want to spoil Fairy Tale for anybody. Mitch is younger than the little girl from Signs. I do not love that his cameo in Signs basically gave away the ending. That's some next level Shyamalaning. Charlie screwed up. Our planet is over 90% water. Okay, 90, 75. I don't know. Charlie messed up, man. Her name is Abigail Breslin, and she is an Oscar winner. Charlie, don't surf. On the real, I did see Signs in the theater when I was 12 and loved it. And that's okay. That's okay. You have an affection for a failed movie. That's fine. That's fine. A lot of people have affections for failed things. Jill married me. I mean, the affection's gone, but the marriage stands. It's like my tattoos. I currently do not like my leprechaun, you know. Jill doesn't like me, but she's married to me. It's the analogy. That's the thing I'm committing to the internet forever. That thought. Humans are 75% water. Earth is 90% water. Ice is 100% water, unless it's got a fly in it. Jeff is 75% water. More like 70% water, 5% White Russian. I was 47 when I saw it, and up until the end, I loved it. Maybe, perhaps. I did like the paranoid claustrophobia of them, you know, barricading themselves in the home. I thought the aliens looked cool and groovy, even though they were pervs. But man, when that right up when they started with that fatal flaw, my jaw just like, what? It's like Independence Day when these aliens have very superior technology. You can't even get your current computer to work with an old version of Windows, but these guys were somehow going to upload a computer virus. People just want to be entertained. I mean, that's why we have Bentley Little. People are so desperate for entertainment and distraction. They'll forgive a nothing book, which, by the way, I bleed stout. Jill is 75% huzzah. Earth is 71% water, according to Google. I know, that's where I get my numbers from. Let me clear something up real quick. It's the surface of the Earth is 71% covered in water. Oh, okay. How about when Will Smith once punched his 7-foot alien and KO'd him? Will Smith couldn't even knock out Chris Rock with a slap. I was a little disappointed. He played Muhammad Ali. You'd think that slap would count for more, unless he just held back because he's a gentleman. He's a gentleman defending his lady, you know? What was that Chris Pratt movie about the traveling Marines? Oh, that was, yeah. I forgot what it was called. Time Drop. I don't remember. I don't remember. Butt eels. I don't remember what it was called. I was going to say that. The Tomorrow War. Yeah. Yeah, that was all right. It was stupid. Chris Rock has an iron jaw. He does have an impressive jawline. Like this beard I wear is like a push-up bra for my chin. It's like it makes my chin look more formidable. But I guarantee I shave this beard, my chin disappears. I don't have a chin. Chris Rock is tougher than an alien. Yes, he is. So I was going to say that I bought Ron. I hope you're still here because he talked me into buying a Bentley Little book. He talked me into it. Cemetery Dance had a half price sale, and I had funds at Cemetery Dance, and I'm paranoid about Cemetery Dance going out of business. So I'm like, I got to get all my funds out of there. So I got a copy of Lividian's The Store coming from Cemetery Dance. So like, never. But I'm using the money I had in the account, getting it out of there, getting a book, and I'm doing it for Ron. I'm doing it for Ron. I bought a Bentley Little book. I'm doing it for Ron. I'm doing it to support Lividian. I'm doing it to get my money out of Cemetery Dance. Those 3 reasons. Ron emailed me and he said, dude, you got to do it. Still here and feeling pretty smug at getting you to buy it. Well, you should. He emailed me and I said, no, man, I can't do it. I was on the site. I put it in the cart. I'm like, I can't do it. Even at half off, even a Lividian book, even with the money just sitting there, I can't do it. And then he's like, man, if you can't, I'm thinking they're desperate. They got, and like, he tried one more time. I'm like, boom, I went over and I did it. So we'll see. I'll read it. I have the story on my TBR. I'll probably get to it next couple reads. Got to finish my reread of Child Alone first. Oh, man. You're making us proud, Jeff. You'll probably now be the biggest little fan. I don't think so. I am pumped to get a new issue of Cemetery Dance. There's a tiny glimmer of hope shining under the door of deeper despair that is CD. Wait, so how much you get it for? Like $65? I don't remember. Yeah. 65, something around there, 70, I don't know. Half price, man, half price. Rare Monday, I can catch this live. Evening. Hello, Sean Ford. Hello, 65 is amazing for that. It's really nice. Yeah, I'm eager to see it, read it, give it one more. This is Bentley Little's last chance. Ron, you're not the only person to tell me that the store is Bentley Litter. Litter. It's a slip. It's not really much of a slip. You're not the only person to tell me that Bentley Little's The Store is his other great book next to The Mailman. And I hated The Mailman. But then I've read Chismar and CJ Tudor. So now I'm more primed to say, all right, there is worse than Bentley Little out there. Sean Ford, are you the Sean Ford in this book? Oh, you're not. It's Robert. It's Robert Ford. Sorry. Bentley has 2 strikes. Swing away. I try to watch this speed reading video and WTF. All right, so we want to get to the Z-Man. We'll get to the Z-Man. It's not speed reading. It was sprint reading. They're doing reading sprints. So I shared this in the Jeff Word Facebook group. My booktube nemesis, literally, he loves the worst Stephen King book and hates like one of the best Stephen King books. We are complete opposites. So he did 3.5 hours of him reading, him and his stage mom wife reading, where literally you're watching the video of them reading. And they're like, read until 15. So like 15 after the hour. And then they sat quietly reading and then they got back on. And this is a literal exchange. His stage mom wife looks to him and says, so What did you read? He goes, I don't know. He said that. They just got done reading, and he said, I don't know. I don't know. That's like 90%. The earth is 90% water. He's 90%. I don't know. He did a bookshelf tour. The books are random. Like he had some monkey on loan from the zoo, put the books away for him, and they don't know what the books say. They just put them on the shelf. He had Rosemary's Baby, like 8 copies of Rosemary's Baby. None of them were together. And when he did the book tour, he's like, so here we got a bunch of random stuff. And I like this cover. And he pulled out a book. I like the cover. Yeah. And I didn't get to read that one. I don't remember reading that one. I didn't finish that one. I don't know why. And okay, on this next shelf, I got a bunch of random stuff. It literally says random stuff. And he can't explain what's on his own shelf. And he did a video for it. But this time, they went too far. They did 3.5 hours of them sitting there reading quietly. At one point, he's off camera. He's like this far. Like, I can't. He's like this. This is all you get of him. Reading quietly. There's no sound. Somebody wrote in the comments, I'm not getting any sound. Am I alone? And nobody even responded to that person because they're like, there's no sound because you're watching two people read a book, 2 different books. And at one point, stage mom wife is scrolling through her phone, laughing. She's not even reading the book. It's like Seinfeld is famous for a show about nothing. But you know what, Jerry, grab your notebook, come to the masters. The masters have arrived to show you what nothing really is. And they have double the subscribers that I do. Double. I bought the Bentley Little Triple from SST. So far, read The Bank, The Handyman, and Gloria. Did you like them? I don't mind them. They were entertaining. Okay. I find Z-Man Rants boring because I have no clue how that is. Go watch his channel. Even if it's his best, you will not like it. I haven't read it, but after 1,000 books, I doubt his style changed. Child is at 100. I love this book. It's an amazing book. When you have to read a Mallerman, choose Pearl or Goblin. They're both great. I don't know what you're talking about. That's sacrilege. What'd you say? Oh, if the store doesn't do it for you, Jeff, I'll cede defeat and maybe even read a Mallerman as punishment. Yes, because Ron does not like Josh Mallerman. And I agree with what you're saying, Stephen Dwayne Allison Jr. Pearl or Goblin? But I think he read Goblin, no? Tried both. Didn't care for either. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Well, Pearl's awesome. Goblin's awesome. I didn't read Daphne yet, so I can't speak to that. I didn't read Mallory. Ghoul in the Cape is not anybody, not just for anyone. I don't know why it's not sold out. Loved that book. He did lean into politics a little bit, and I don't like it when they do that. But he did it in a way that was making a better point instead of just making it dated. You know what I'm saying? So I like he was making a bigger point. Just like Modest Proposal was making a bigger point. It's a very political satire. You know what I'm saying? Pretending to read is boring for poor Zach. It's a chore. The whole thing, like stage mom wife is making him read books on YouTube, and it's like it's a chore. He doesn't want to read books unless it's Darcy Coates. Oh, you see him break into a cold sweat when it's Darcy Coates. He's a little bit like I'm a little uncomfortable watching him talk about Darcy Coates or Goosebumps. Those two are like, yeah. Goblin is still my fave Mallerman. I think I may like Ghoul as much, though. I love Ghoul. Love Ghoul. If anyone wants some educated, intelligent booktubers, hit me up. I know a few. Well, you don't know any if you're on this channel. I didn't read Black Mad Wheel either, and I'm gonna reread Unbury Carol once I get it from SST. Yes, Mitch. Mitch just said it. We obviously aren't looking for intelligent booktubers. Zing! I like that. I like that, Mitch. Z-Man flipping loves Darcy and R.L. Stein. Z-Man, I think he should just do a Darcy Coates fan tube. I don't know. He's got Darcy Coates on his shelf all lined up next to each other. I've never heard of Darcy Coates, but boy, man, that's his jam. And you know what? Maybe just do that because you obviously don't like anything else. I have to say, I did enjoy Bird Box on my second read. The House Under the Lake isn't bad either, though the ending didn't work for me. But otherwise, at least don't watch sober booktubers. I've never read Darcy Coates. Maybe she slaps. Have you read Gasoline? You will know. No, was that published anywhere? I know that was like an ebook download somewhere. I have not read Darcy Coates, but she gets a lot of love in books of horror. I don't know. So I think Darcy Coates is like, she seems very prolific. There are tons of her books out there, tons. And I think she's probably like a thriller, page turner type author. That's the vibe I'm getting with like tones of horror. I don't know. Maybe I should try her. I have enjoyed every Mallerman and Tremblay that I've read. I did too. I'm getting communiques. I shouldn't be distracted. I should be here. Tremblay's great. Oh, that's good. So single, stay-at-home mom approved is what I'm hearing. Stephen Dwayne Elson Jr. is throwing a little bit of is that a little bit of misogyny out there? I'm not accusing you. I'm just like, there's a little tone to that. Single stay-at-home mom approved. I don't know how you pull off single stay-at-home mom. That's a little tough. Single stay-at-home. I need to read Tremblay. He's great. Well, I only read two, but I loved them both. I'm gonna read Survivor Song. It would be the next one I read of his. I've only tried Bird Box and Goblin so far. Really enjoyed Bird Box, but thought Goblin was just okay. It's the largest demographic in books of horror. How are you single and stay at home? That's what I don't get. Gasoline Yule was awesome. You know what I liked? I liked Mallerman's short story in Hark the Herald Angels Scream. I like that one. That was good. What do we got to talk about? I didn't even go to my thing. Yes, so Cemetery Dance magazine is back next year. It's a magazine cover that Chismar has been showing for a couple of years. And now it's going to be available in early next year, he says, with completely outdated stories, probably. Like, they probably have a feature. Is COVID really a thing to be worried about coming up? Like that. Like, I don't know. Will Biden run for office? Like, I don't know. Like, well, actually, people are talking about that now. But anyway, who will win in 2020? Articles like that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's going to be dated. So that's coming back. I will say, okay. So Fracassi, couple of accolades. Fracassi was named in Hope You Continue to Enjoy a Mallerman more than I do. He has fans, though, so there's obviously something there that I just don't see. Okay, I'll explain my love of Mallerman. He's freewheeling. Like, you just feel like you jump into a story with Mallerman and you are on a raft on a river. Right? You're just flowing along. Like, he feels very loose, like where Fracassi might outline a book and then flesh it out. So he builds a skeleton, then he puts the meat on the bones. I don't think Mallerman does that. I think Mallerman just like goes with the rhythm of the story, and wherever it goes, he does that effectively or obviously, or what seems obvious to me in Ghoul in the Cape, where it's just like he's just winging it. He gets in a car and he drives. Where does he end up? He doesn't even know. The story tells itself. There's a certain magic to that that's appealing, and I think he's I think he's, I don't know. There's a wonder to that style that's different than any others, you know. Um, to me, that sort of feels like a bigger imagination. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Um, but so yeah, I can see how it might not be for everybody. You might not feel attached to anything. But I mean, Pearl was fantastic. I don't know. I just don't. I haven't read a Mallerman in a while. I'm going to read Daphne, and see what I'm getting at. I just think that the guy really is very experimental, and I appreciate those risks, that crazy risk taking, free falling style of story. COVID found out Earth is 71% water. It's funny. Mallerman is the best to watch in interviews. His mind races like his book. And exactly, I think it just flows out of him. Ron, I bought the SST bundle and Ghoul in the Cape from Earthling, so I'll have several more to try. Mallerman is sort of horror light. I dig the hell out of him anyways. He is horror light. I think he explores themes and the trouble your brain can get you into, obsessions, compulsions, things like that. But Fracassi's been getting some raves. Esquire named Child best horror, one of the best horror in 2022. But if you take away the one of, it sounds more impressive, right? Best horror of 2022. But to be named by Esquire is really awesome, especially for a trade edition on the world stage. You know, you want that notoriety, that infamy, that fame. And also, Ellen Datlow named 5 Fracassi stories as the best on her long list of favorite horror reads. So that's awesome. I'm like that. I love to see that because I need my opinions validated by the press for sure. I'm really glad. That well deserved. I was the second to call it a best of 2022. Mallerman is awesome. It's like awful and awesome. Mallerman is awesome. Daphne got pretty graphic at times, more graphic than I remember him getting. I dug that book though. Yeah. Yeah, and Philip, you are a marketing machine. Like you are the one pushing your books out there better than Skyhorse for sure. But those accolades, man, that's got to feel great. And then there was a story of a I'm going to flub it. There's a little girl and her dad were reading Boy with the Blues Rose Heart, and very touching, very personal, anecdotal, but very rewarding review from this parent and child duo. And that has to be super satisfying. That was really nice. I met Alan Datlow at the Merrimack Valley Halloween Book Fest. She is a legend. Yes, she is. Was Richard Chismar there, by the way? Mallerman's Ghoul in the Cape was definitely not for me. Jeff nailed it. I'm probably too fond of structure to enjoy him, and Ghoul in the Cape sounded like structureless turned up to 11 for sure. Philip has worked his ass off to get out there, and great writing is just taking off. It's so nice to see. Yes, I mean, you got to have something to sell. But it's a shame that authors have to be their own marketing department. It's a bummer Skyhorse didn't get advanced reviews for Child. I think it would have helped. Yes! That pisses me off. Child is superior to Daphne, in my opinion. Child is a special book. My top. I love Child, man. 5 stars. I gave it. And like I said, the vibe is the same frequency as that. The thing that makes people addicted to King is in Child Alone with Strangers. And the active ingredient is addiction. It's like Cocaine Bear, only in book form. So, yeah, it's awesome. It's an awesome book. I'd love to see Philip Fracassi follow it up with more in the future. Just did you see Tremblay has a new short story collection next summer? Yeah, I heard about that. He shared the cover. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, Richard Chismar was not at Merrimack Valley. Nope. Huh. What else could he have been doing? Oh, it was probably something important with the family. I got more Chismar coming up. Tremblay and Golden are doing a mini horror book festival in Ashland. Oh, Massachusetts. Well, I wish I could go. I wish I could go. Jeff, I can use this blurb. It's like Cocaine Bear in book form. Yes, you could do that, but I hadn't seen Cocaine Bear. I don't, you know what? I'm not saying I'm addicted to Cocaine Bear, but I sure like the way he smells. A cocaine fiend I used to work with made that joke. He goes, I don't like cocaine. I just like the way it smells. Problem was, he was a rabid cocaine fiend. And I saw it destroy him. So, it's kind of sad. The Tremblay collection will be anchored by a monster novella, according to an interview I heard. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. And I forgot. And the name of the novella is the name of the collection. He did it in one of his newsletters. Just keep an eye out for a Tremblay collection. I doubt it's going to be obscured or buried. I wonder if SST will do it. So yes, Fracassi is a marketing machine. Oh, also, I shared this on the Jeff Ward Facebook page. Jeff Strand did the novelization of the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Come on. You got to get that. You got to get it. And he's in Chattanooga. I might just show up at his house one day getting a signature. Might do it. I might do it, So we talked about Z-Man. He's in my book. My show prep. 3.5 hours of him and his wife, stage mom wife, reading. So Jill and I are going to do that. Right, Jill? You and I are going to do a 3.5 hours of me and you reading on the live stream. We're going to do it. She'll probably do a cardboard cutout and shove that in the shot. I just punched a book on the floor. That's probably the best thing you could do on a BookTube channel. That's like a friend of mine who once told me that Valium was addictive. He was taking it for years without a problem. Not addictive. He was taking it years without a problem. Yeah, I don't have a problem. I take it every day. I feel great. Jeff and Jill after Jeff Word after dark. 3.5 hours of us just reading a book. We already decided it's going to be Dune. I'm going to sit and read for 3.5 hours. And then Jill's going to turn to me. So what'd you read? I don't know. Why you make me have this channel, Mommy? I'm not your mom. One time they were at a thrift or a book haul video where they were like, come book shopping with me. And they went to a thrift store and he went in and he's like, oh, this is cool. It's a VHS of Green Mile. That little obscure movie with Tom Hanks in it. And he picked it up. He's like, oh, that's cool. I like it. But, my books are, my shelves are books. And she's off screen. She's the camera person too. Stage mom and camera crew. And she's like, it's decor, Zach. She yelled at him. He's like, I don't know why I would buy it. It's decor, Zach. So he had to put it on his shelves as decor. She taught him a word. He learned a little bit something about getting stage mom mad. Novelization of Attack of the Killer Tomato. A commercial publisher did that. You know who the publisher is? Encyclopedian something or other. I don't know. I linked to it. Didn't I? It's on my Jeff Ward channel. I'll put it in the description. It is the publisher is the guy who wrote, who's a ghostwriter, or he writes Clive Barker books. He wrote Hellraiser: The Toll. Mark Allen Miller, is that his name? He created his own publishing company, and it's kind of neat. I'm kind of digging it. As long as you keep him away from the Hellraiser stories and it keeps him busy, I'm happy to support it. So yeah, I got Attack of the Killer Tomatoes novelization. Check it out. I'll put it up. And you should see it. It's cool. So yeah, Mark Allen Miller, I think, did it. Manos. Yes. Jeff Strand announced he just finished the manuscript for the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes adaptation, a book publisher asked for. Yes. Happy belated Thanksgiving and happy early holidays. Good to see you here, Peter. He thinks it's decor. Green Mile is decor. Everybody knows that, Zach. It's decor. You're not going to play the movie, Zach, but you put it on the shelf and it's decor. Just like, Funko Pops, man. It's decor. Stage mom wife is so cringy. She's something else. The Killer Tomatoes novelization looks fun. It does. And Jeff Strand is going to do it right. Darren, like my father before me. Hello, Darren. Good to see you. Puns aren't necessary, but they're welcome. Glad you're here. So yes, we got a Z-Man rant. We didn't talk. What did you guys think is the next Centipede press book next Sunday? Any guesses? Did we get that? I don't know if you guys commented, but I'd like to know what your guesses are. Next Sunday, he's hinting it's going to be a title you're going to want to be there for. I don't know if he's going to have it for sale or he's just announcing it. I would read more classic horror films adapted by Jeff Strand. Yes. I have zero clue. Okay. Fairy Tale. There aren't enough versions. Oh, that's funny. Did anyone get number 30 of Gothic to match their boys? Oh, someone's looking for number 30. I got number 5. I think it will be the surprise title he's been working on. Yeah, what is it, though? Imagine Jeff Strand wrote Motel Hell or Frankenhooker. I would be there. I like what Mark Allen Miller is doing. Mark Allen Miller, is that? I don't know if that's his name. I like what he's doing with this publishing company. He did like a novelization of Fright Night. Just check it out. I'll put the link in this description under here. So come back and look at the description once I'm off the air and go check it out. It's a lot of fun, and I think it's a great idea. But some of these novelizations are not written by authors I know, so I passed on them. Getting Jeff Strand in there, Philip Fracassi would be a great one to do if you got a little bit of time in between writing 80 books a year, Philip. I'd love to see that. Getting authors. I want to write a novelization of Roadhouse. Yes, I do. That'd be a blast. Roadhouse by Jeff Terry. I don't know if one exists. I'd love to do a novelization of a horror film. There you go. I got 2 copies in the mail, and I think number 30 is supposed to be for someone else. Oh, good looking out, Matt. Okay. All right. Well, we could put out an all-point bulletin. It is Mark Allen Miller. Yeah. That's what I thought. I'd love to do a novelization. What horror film would you want to do, Philip? What horror movie? It's Alive. Wait, is that like It's Live? Is that like It Lives? The one where it's the baby? The babies are born, they eat people. It Lives. Or Basket Case. Did anyone do 50% off its CD? I got Gothic hardcover and another publisher's book. I got the store. I already have Gothic coming. So I got The Store by Lividian. Yeah, you missed that part. Oh, picked up Wayward. I almost got Wayward. But my hate for that they stole those limited editions from a publisher that would do them well, I backed away because I don't have Pines, but I almost got Wayward. I almost did it. Did you hear someone made a horror movie of Winnie the Pooh? Yeah, I think it's a concept or a parody. I don't think anybody made a full movie. They just made the trailer. It looked cool. And there's already an It's Alive book, I think. Oh, got the paperback. Okay. There's only one thing wrong with the Davis baby. It's alive. Suspiria by Philip Fracassi. Damn. That'd be cool. I'm not sure which movie. I'd have loved Fright Night. Something campy, but not Killer Tomatoes campy. That's a winner. What about Sleepaway Camp? What about oh man, what would be a good one? Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends. Mandy. Evil Dead. Dead Alive. Oh, Dead Alive. I have the CD. I have the DVD around here somewhere. It's Decor. It's Decor. Dead Alive. Oh, that would be it. Dead Alive from Philip Fracassi. I would buy, well, I don't want to say anything because then I'm recording myself. This becomes, Jill, would listen to this. Jill, I was just going to say, I would love to buy a book, no matter how expensive. Dead Alive by Philip Fracassi. Your mother ate my dog. I mean, you'd have to have, I guess if you do a novelization, you have to have the dialogue from the movie, right? I mean, that's a given. What liberties do you have? Do you just take the movie or you take the screenplay and then like that is your Bible and you build around it? How do you do that? I don't know. I don't know if you have the freedom to just go batshit crazy and create whatever you want. That'd be fun. Your mother ate my dog. And then the last final scene, he's got the lawnmower. Dude, man, that would be awesome. Dawn of the Dead. Fright Night would be fun. Evil Dead, Fright Night. Nightmare on Elmo Street. It's cool. Write a novelization of The Endless. I don't know that. Evil Dead is my top horror movie. Evil Dead 2. Dead by Dawn, That would be awesome. Evil Dead. I would just, yes. I think you base on a screen. I think you'd have to. But I'm just wondering if you could have freedom. Are you stuck with it? Like, I guess fans would expect it. I mean, that's the customer base. You have a built-in customer base. That's the brilliance of these novelizations. If it's a cult classic, boom, this movie has this many fans. Generally speaking, we have this market research. It's a known entity. You pair that title with a author who brings in their own fun fan base, and you got a formula for success. It's really smart. Gothic did give me Sam Raimi vibes. Yes, there is a Fright Night novelization. Yep, in the Mouth of Madness. You do realize Ghosts of Mars was a remake of Assault on Precinct 13. You do realize, please, the fans, please your wallet. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is a full-length movie. Oh, it is. Scheduled for release in February 2013 or 2023. Is it really going to be done? Raimi's production company is currently reading Gothic and Child. Oh, dude, Raimi. Did anyone do Scanners? I do Scanners. 2023. That I will see. Blood and Honey. I think it did start as a joke, though, didn't it? There's like another one. The guy was possessed by a clown mask, and it became a movie. It was like a trailer called Clowns, and then it became a movie. Videodrome. Yep. Oh, the whore. The horror. I didn't say oh the whore. I was trying to do a poo voice saying oh the horror. Oh bother. Because Winnie the Pooh is now public domain. Yes. Public domain. All right, what else we got to talk about? We talked about Bobby Mack. It's what I call Robert McCammon. He's cool with it. Only I could do it. Bobby Mack. Really importantly, so I now have a presence on the Kingdom, and so does it's terrific. The Kingdom is Brian Keene's forum, where Philip Fracassi needs to have a thread. There's a famous overdub of Winnie the Pooh animation with audio from Apocalypse Now. That's funny. The Kingdom. Get over there. It seems really cool. It's like all the community with none of the social media garbage. So get over there. I think Philip Fracassi really definitely needs a thread on there. I went over there. I created an account. I'm going to be active on there. I can't imagine I'll regret it. It looks awesome. Kudos to Brian Keene for doing that. And I immediately went over to Richard and W.H. Chismar's channel. That's his son, Billy. And I went over to their thread just to see what they'd say. And Richard Chismar, of course, doesn't have a profile pic, didn't bother with that. And every response he gave was just selling a book. Glad you liked it. Buy my other book. Glad you liked it. Buy my other book. And it's just cringy. But I will say his son seems like a class act. Real nice kid. Hope he stays that way. He seems really cool. Really nice. So I'm rooting for him. Rooting for Billy Chismar to be, not a chip off the old block, but something new and improved. He seems that way. He seems like a really nice guy. So he's earnestly answering questions. He seems like he cares about what people say, unlike his dad, who doesn't give a shit. But his son seems really, really nice. So kudos to him. Support Billy Chismar from the Jeff Word. That's enthusiastic thumbs up. He's a creator. I think he's trying to get into film. He's in film. He's trying to write. He wrote with his dad, Widow's Point, which I sold. Nearly 3 a.m. here in stabby acid land. So I'm off to bed now. Good night. Have good dreams. Have safe dreams. Stay healthy. Stay well. Glad to see you were here. And may your streets be free of acid and stabby. Although we have a horrible, horrible unsolved murder here in the States. Four college kids stabbed to death in Idaho, Moscow, Idaho. Yeah, it's sad. Support Rich Chismar too if it keeps the lights on at CD. I have pre-orders. Yeah, selfishly. But you know what? Just go keep buying Gothic from them. Sallow Bend, Alan Baxter seems like a great guy. I got to go and host a movie now. All right, take it easy, Hans. Be cool. I'm probably going to hop off too. I'm 6 minutes away from getting the stink eye. But like, if I'm going to get the stink eye now, this is only an hour and a half. You're going to have to do 3.5 hours of a live stream. Yeah, right on time. Right on time. Oh, no problem. I'm glad to rant. I miss when the rants had fire behind them. No fire? I don't have fire? Well, I'm not going to rant against Billy Chismar, but the Chiz is a piece of chiz. And he's ungrateful. He expects because he's got king and like he's an asshole, but his kid is his own person. And his kids probably like would hate me for saying that about his dad. So I'm sorry, Billy, or WH, or, whatever you want to be called. I don't, I'm not going to just pretend I'm familiar with you. But your dad lost the humility. He lost the spark. He lost the thing that made Cemetery Dance great. He lost any greatness. He traded in his legacy for some bestseller name, and his books aren't even good. He's a hack. He's a hack. He writes dreck. The flame died, man. The flame died. See you all. Got to go pack warm clothes for my Denver event. Good luck. Safe travels. Trent's here. Hey, Jeff, I had to stop over after watching my abysmal Colts. I used to be a Colts fan because when I lived in Chicago, you're a Bears fan when you live in Chicago because that's your team. Why else do you pick a team other than geography, right? But when you're a Bears fan, you have to like another team to sort of stem, the bomb to the burn, stem the bleeding. So I, of course, was a Peyton Manning fan who he played for the Colts at the time. So I was a Colts fan during those Peyton Manning years. Go Steelers. My brother-in-law is a Steelers fan. You know why? Because one year when he was 5, his uncle told him, pick a logo. No, he said, pick a team. So my brother-in-law picked a team. He's like, all right, now you root for that team the rest of your life. Rain or shine. Don't be a fair weather fan. So at 5 years old, my brother-in-law was handed a prison sentence. He liked a logo because that's all you picked. He picked the Steelers arbitrarily. And he's been a fan ever since, rain or shine, because what are you going to do? You can't just choose to like things. I missed a night of rants. No, there wasn't rants. There was no rants. No rants. There were rants. A couple. I might be a Steelers fan after tonight. Work is interfering with the Jeff streams. I'll have to go back and catch up. I want to say hi, Jeff, producer Jill, and everyone else. RA says hi, Jill. She says hi back. Good night. Thanks for another entertaining stream. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys were here. I'm a Saints fan, but live nowhere near Louisiana. Well, I love New Orleans. And, oh my God, what was his name? What was the quarterback's name? I was a big fan. He was crazy accurate. Drew, what was his name? Oh my gosh, I'm drunk. The New Orleans Saints quarterback for a long time. He's not the quarterback now. Not Drew Bledsoe, but he was a quarterback. What was his name? Breeze. Yes. Peyton. Peyton was awesome. What's the Peyton's my man. Yeah, Peyton's awesome. And the way the owner, Jim Irsay, what the Colts owner, pissed all over his legacy. Peyton Manning, man, made that team. Jim Irsay, yeah, you're a jerk. And then I don't remember who the quarterback was that came in after Peyton Manning, but he started under a bad cloud. Oh, I forgot his name too. The Colts were awesome, though. Nice. First time I catch you live, I can listen to you while working at my Excel spreadsheets here in Tokyo. Nice. Tokyo. I didn't realize my voice carried all the way to Tokyo. Good night, Jason. Drew Brees. Yeah, Drew Brees. How could I not? Oh, you misspelled his name. Okay. I am lost about American sports. I hope you talk about books. I did talk about books. I did talk about authors. We actually talked about manga, and if you can properly call manga written, can it be manga if it's written in the US? I don't think so. I don't know. We had a discussion about it. I think if you write in the US or in Western civilization or whatever you want to call it, the English speaking world, I think you have to do it. Have to call it a graphic novel. I don't think you can call it manga. I just don't think that's right. Like champagne only comes from Champagne, France. Sorry. Everywhere else, it's sparkling wine. Russell says hi. Hello. Oh, Russell says hi to Jill. Jill says hi back at you, Russell. Hope to see you in this part of the world soon. It'd be great. I get paid every time somebody moves to Tennessee. I get a cut of it. It's like a MLM. Nice. Then I will view later the streaming. I guess you can call it manga if it is originally made in Japan. Other than that, yeah, should be a graphic novel. That's what I think. Oh, well, that's good, Russell. Night, everyone. Thanks for hosting, Jeff. Always a nice way to start the week. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad that we get to just, shake away any of that Monday issues, Monday blues. But yes, I think manga has to be made in Japan first. I'd love to see Suntop do Uzumaki. I'd love to see a limited of that. My son would too. I'd have to buy 2. He'd have to get one, or I'd just buy one and give it to him. Good night, Philip. Thank you for being here. Thank you for writing insanely awesome books. I got 2 more books to talk about. Got my Zavaga email. That Don't Let Them Get You Down is on the way. Yes. Any Jinji Ito. Yes. Take care, Mark. Night, y'all. Okay, good night. I did want to talk about Snow Crash. I got this. Snow Crash. I was told if I liked Neuromancer, I'd like it. So I got it. I'm sharing it with you today. I got it today along with Let's Go Play at the Adams and Gothic. Snow Crash. And so this is, it's like a skateboard on there. I don't know. And then it's signed. It's like the 10th anniversary edition, signed. But I really dig this. I don't know if producer Jill would dig it because she is a graphic designer. She's very picky about type. But I dig that spine title treatment. I'm gonna end the stream in a minute. Everybody else left. So 30th anniversary. It is really nice. Don't spend those too much on those Cyber Monday bargains. Yeah, it was signed. I posted about it in the Jeff Word, so you can get a signed copy as well, I believe. And so I hope any of those people who wanted it got it. And it came from the University Bookstore out in Seattle. And so signed. And just for the price of a brand new hardcover. It's very nice, man. It's very nice. So I got to read it. But yes, if you like Neuromancer, I guess you'll like it. And I love Neuromancer. I love Blindsight, which I don't expect to like those books. I wouldn't think those would be my bag, but they are very much so. So a whole new world of tech sci-fi might be my thing. And I dig it a lot. And the book looks cool. It's very nice. So I hope you were able to get one, Peter, if you wanted one. Beautiful, Jeff. I had a pass due to shelf space. Oh, okay. All right. Well, fair enough. But I'm glad you at least didn't miss out. Passing is fine. Passing's okay. Missing out is where it really hurts. You're like, oh, like when I missed out on the signed Cormac McCarthy set. That hurts. That hurts like a Dickens. I don't know if that's okay, if I'll be demonetized. And then the final book I wanted to talk about was, I just did the review for it, but love this book. Hi, Jeff. Didn't know you were live. Snuck in late. Well, hello, John Robinson. Yeah, I'm just about to head out and call it an evening. But yeah, you could watch it live. I'm live every Monday, 8:30 Central. So it used to be 7:30. No, 8:30 Eastern. It used to be 7:30 Central. Now it's 8:30 Eastern. So, because I moved. So, yes. Yeah. 8:30 Eastern time. 7:30 Central. Still, I kept the time. Kept that time on the earth. Time on the earth. The stream started out with me saying Melbourne weird. So now it's going to end with me saying Earth weird. And I really didn't drink a whole lot of my White Russian, so you can't blame that. You can blame my age. I'm an old. So, yes, I read this, loved it. If this book exists, you're in the wrong universe. Jason Pargin. Or is it Pargin? Don't know. It's a great book, though. Whether he's David Wong or Jason, I don't care. Loved it. Loved it. So that's my plug for that book. I like saying a book. I like recommending books I've already read. Like, I can't recommend Let's Go Play at the Adams, even though I tell you to buy it. Because I just want more people to buy what I buy, so it sells out. That's the only reason. That's the whole point of my channel. Jeff, if you like short stories, I have one just published by Siren's Call, the recent Halloween issue called Mr. Anderson Scarecrow. Okay. All right. I do like short stories. I like short stories. I like getting a taste of an author, figuring out. It's like a sampler, you know. I hope you like Snow Crash. It's neat. I heard mixed things about it, but it's a high bar if it's compared to Neuromancer. And even still, I have to read Neuromancer again because I didn't really understand all of it. I think I did, but I'll probably read it again. Go, oh wow, I had no clue. But I liked it. Anyway, so yes, I'll keep an eye out for that short story. Siren's Call, Mr. Anderson Scarecrow. Do you ever see that movie, Dark Knight of the Scarecrow? It was a good movie. But I'm probably going to have to go, guys. So, probably going to have to go. It's about that time. So, just stay tuned. I'll be back next week. I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll have more ideas for you. And you have things you want to talk about, I will too. Oh, that's what we're doing now? But stay tuned for the porn sites are here. Great. Night all. Good night. Good night, Russell. Good night, everybody. And take it easy. And stay tuned for the 3.5 hour reading sprint where Jill and I will be reading Dune. Thanks for all your good recommendations. Well, I try. I hope they work out for you. I don't know why Mitch said I find my. Mitch, I think, Mitch, you need a nap. I find my love here every Monday night. The porn sites. Yes, that's funny. Christopher Bowers. Well, hello and good night. Good night. So, yeah, I'm going to have to call it off and get back to my regularly scheduled life. Busy month. So take it easy, and I'll see you around. And I'm glad to see you here on Mondays. It's always means a lot. It's a lot of fun. Thank you for being here.